as the judges panel, no, how important is the rule book to the game? So maybe we should start with Ron.
Often, most gamers would have an idea. It's really great and it plays really well. The problem is you can't share it with somebody without the medium that you use to transfer that knowledge. And the way you transfer that knowledge is that rule book. And if the rule book is unclear, it's unable to convey yung target experience mo. You lose out on that chance for them to actually experience your intended design. Ang kadalasan pa, that's your chance for them to actually to convince them to try out your game. So kung sa rulebook pa lang hindi ka na nakalusot, yun chances mo ngayon na malaro yung game mo, bumababa. Barrier talaga ang rulebook. Even the most professional game publishers, we know this. Rulebooks, there's so many bad rulebooks out there. So at the very least, you test your rulebook. You have other people. That's why it's a great thing that you have a contest here in SDPH, and it's a very collaborative experience. So you can actually just throw your rulebooks out. I remember when I first did my Domino Run release, and Clint was actually one of the very diligent people that was constantly commenting, Ron, ano tong part na to? And I was able to clean up that rulebook. May GitHub issues pa kami. So I was able to progress it was able to convey some of the core knowledge of how the game plays. Pero kita mo, medyo may experience na ako sa pag-create ng rulebooks, may mga blind spots pa rin. So yun, mas maganda talaga that the rulebook conveys your design idea as best as you could.
Okay. Well said. So it's like a gate, no? If they don't pass that, they will not enter your game.
What's even interesting is when your game can survive when people misplay your game. And it's still fun. Then at least yung core mechanic mo na convey mo. Minsan kasi like yung talagang bad rule books, talagang hindi na siya malaro. Kasi how do you even play this? There's something wrong here. And then you just lose the interest.
How about you, Will?
Actually, I totally agree, no? Pero siguro yung example na gamitin ko, pare, lahat naman tayo nagtatrabaho. Well, I think most of us work, no? Meron tayong alam na kumare na isang tao dun sa office natin or something na alam mo magaling naman siya, pero kumare hindi siya masyadong na-appreciate ng boss kasi hindi niya na-express yung gusto niyang sabihin. 'Di ba? Parang gano'n. And it feels bad whenever that kind of thing happens. And kaya nga I agree with Ron, no, that rule books are actually really important kasi yung game design essentially para tayong author or writer, no, or poet or singer na meron nga tayong gustong experience na that we want other people to have. Diba? But the problem is hindi siya parang live performance, hindi naman tayo nandun to always explain it. And therefore we always have to rely on something, and that thing is the rule book. So I totally agree that it's very important and pretty much everything that Ron said as well.
Gusto ko yung pagkakakumpara mo dun sa workplace.
Agree.
Nag-gets ko agad eh.
Di ba? Parang isipin mo, parang ako ba yun? and then pero yeah, I think that's it. Ganun yun.
Question lang for Northwood, no? Did you write the rulebook yourself?
I wrote the rulebook myself entirely, no? Pero actually parang yung example nga ni Ron kanina, after kahit ulit-ulitin mong basahin yung rulebook mo, dahil mag-isa ka lang, no? Isipin mo na parang how could anyone not understand this? Bigay mo sa tatlong tao, lahat silang tatlong may mali. Parang, ganun pala. Kaya pala talaga importante na you always have to show things to other people. Not just the rule book, no, but also the game. No, because talagang parang as a designer, ang dami mo lang talagang blind spot na hindi mo maiisip na meron palang ganun.
How about you, Kenneth, as someone that reads rulebook and play it?
Yeah. For sa akin, no, as a player standpoint siya. Kasi most of the time, 'di ba tayo minsan parang watch it played na lang tayo, Di na natin babasahin yung rule books, 'di ba? Pero for me kasi parang personal choice ko lang din. Pag in-unbox ko yung game, then check the components. After that, talagang ilalagay ko na sa backlog ko, rule book Yun yung una ko dapat na babasahin. Kasi sinulat nila yan Kumbaga, I expect na that's the best way to learn yung game, hindi yung to check yung video. Parang I trust na yun nga, sinulat nila ng maayos and yun talaga yung kung paano siya laruin, 'di ba? So,
Mm.
ayun. So that's how I think how important it is to me. Kasi yun nga, yun yung una ko muna eh. 'Pag di ko talaga maintindihan, ayun na, YouTube na tayo. Parang gano'n.
Oo, YouTube. Oo.
So, yeah.
But when playing yung independent and yung mga print and plays, no, it's hard to find those yung mga YouTube and mga questions. It's best to ask yung designer nga if close kayo or if you can, it's best to do that para makuha mo yung answer. And then the best thing to do afterwards is you share the answer to the community sa Board Game Geek or sa
Mhm.
group, no. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go to the question for the group question.